I judged you before I knew the storms you had survived and the strength that kept you standing. My mistake was thinking I could see all of you in a moment. Your depth needs a lifetime. I judged too soon, but now I listen with a heart that wants to understand, not condemn. I made a mistake when I judged you, but every mistake is a chance to grow in grace. Behind your silence, I discovered a story of courage I never expected to find. Judging you was my weakness, accepting you fully is my greatest strength. I judged you with eyes clouded by fear, but now I see you with eyes full of love. I made a mistake when I judged you. Your story deserves to be heard, not silenced. Judgment fades when we remember that everyone carries invisible battles and quiet scars. I judged your pain as weakness, not realizing it was the source of your greatest power. I made a mistake when I judged you, but now I carry your story in my heart with honor. Judged you through my own lens of bias. Now I seek to see you as you truly are. Judging you was a shortcut I took. Understanding you is the journey I now choose. I made a mistake when I judged you, but that mistake opened the door to compassion. Behind every judgment lies an opportunity to learn, grow, and love more deeply. I judged you too harshly, forgetting that even the strongest warriors have moments of doubt. I made a mistake when I judged you, but forgiveness is the bridge to true connection. I judged your silence, not knowing it was a language of survival and strength. Judge distance, but empathy builds bridges. I made a mistake when I judged you, but every lesson learned is a step toward healing. I judged you before knowing the battles you fought quietly and courageously every day. My mistake was thinking my perspective was the only truth. Now I seek yours with respect. Now I judged yours with respect. Choices without knowing the heartache behind them. I made a mistake when I judged you, but love taught me to see beyond the surface. I judged your silence as indifference, but now I hear the depth of your unspoken words. I made a mistake when I judged you, but that mistake brought me closer to empathy. Behind every judgment is a chance to open our hearts wider than before. I judged you by your struggles, forgetting the strength it took to overcome them. I made a mistake when I judged you. Now I choose love over assumptions. I judged your silence as coldness, but now I feel the warmth behind it. Judgment is a blindfold. Empathy is the light that shows us the way. I made a mistake when I judged you, but my heart is learning to listen with compassion. My judgment was a wall. Your truth is the key that can tear it down. I judged you before knowing the dreams you silently carry in your heart. I made a mistake when I judged you, but love taught me to see beyond my fears. Judgment fades when we remember that behind every face is a story worth hearing. I judged you without understanding the battles you won in silence. I judged you with my eyes, but now I see you with my heart. My judgment was quick, but your resilience is timeless. I made a mistake when I judged you, but now I choose kindness over assumptions. I judged your silence as emptiness, but now I hear the music of your soul. Judgment builds walls. Empathy builds bridges that connect us all. I made a mistake when I judged you, but forgiveness opened my heart to understanding. I judged you too soon, missing the quiet strength that defines your journey. I made a mistake when I judged you, but love showed me the way to true acceptance. Behind every judgment lies a chance to grow in compassion and understanding. I judged your struggles, forgetting the warrior you are beneath it all. I made a mistake when I judged you. Now I see you with eyes full of grace. Judgment is easy. Understanding takes courage and an open heart. Missing the beauty of your silent strength. I made a mistake when I judged you because I never stopped to understand the story behind your silence. Sometimes we judge too quickly, forgetting that every person fights battles we cannot see. I thought I knew you by your actions, but I was blind to the pain you carried inside. When I judged you, I failed to see the beauty hidden beneath your brokenness. I was wrong to judge you. What I saw was only a shadow of who you really are. Judging you without knowing your truth was the greatest mistake I ever made. Behind every mistake I made, in judging you lies a lesson in compassion I had yet to learn. I judged you for your flaws, but your strength lies in how you survived them. I made a mistake judging you. Now I see your scars tell stories of resilience, not defeat. Judgment is easy until you walk a mile in someone else. I judged you too soon, missing the chance to learn what made you who you are. Behind your actions I judged, there was a heart trying its best to heal and grow. I mistook your quiet for weakness when it was really the calm before a storm of courage. Judging someone is the easiest trap to fall into when we forget that everyone is fighting unseen wars. I made the mistake of judging you without realizing the battles you fought silently every day. I thought I had the right to judge you, but now I understand the depth of your struggles. My judgment was a shadow, and now I choose to see you in the light of your truth. I judged your choices, but your journey is yours alone, filled with lessons I can only respect. It took me too long to realize. My judgment was just my own fear speaking. When I judged you, I failed to see the heart that beats with hope and dreams, just like mine. Judging you was my mistake. Learning from you has become my greatest gift. I judged your silence as coldness, but now I hear the warmth hidden beneath your quiet. The moment I stopped judging you was the moment I started seeing you clearly for the first time. I judged you by your past, but you are not your mistakes. You are your courage to keep going. My judgment was quick and harsh. Your story was patient and brave. I made a mistake by judging you before knowing the strength it took to stand where you stand. Judging you was my way of avoiding the uncomfortable truth about myself. I judged you through my own lens of fear, forgetting to look through eyes of empathy. I took humility to admit that my judgments were wrong and love to accept you as you are. I judged the surface, missing the ocean of strength beneath your calm exterior. Judgment is a veil that blinds us to the beauty of human complexity. I judged you for the wrong reasons, but now I choose to listen and learn instead. I made a mistake when I judged you, but every mistake holds the seed of growth. I thought I saw all of you, but I was only looking through the cracks of my own biases. My mistake was thinking judgment was justice. Forgiveness showed me otherwise. Judging you was easy. Understanding you required courage I hadn't yet found. When I judged you, I closed the door. When I learned your story, I opened my heart. I judged you without knowing the quiet battles you were winning every day. The greatest mistake I made was thinking I had the right to judge before I understood. I judged you with my eyes, but now I see you with my heart. I judged you by your mistakes, but you've always been so much more than that. I made a mistake in judging you, but it's never too late to rewrite the story with kindness. Sometimes the hardest lesson is admitting that your first impression was wrong. I judged the storm in you, not realizing it was the same storm that helped you grow. My judgment blinded me to your courage, your true strength hidden beneath the surface. I judged you without the truth. Now I hold space for your story with open arms. I made a mistake when I judged you, but I choose now to see you through eyes of grace. Judging you was my fear speaking. Learning your story was my heart listening. I judged the silence, not knowing it held the loudest lessons of all. I made a mistake when I judged you, but that mistake has become the doorway to understanding. I judged the chapters I didn't read, missing the whole story of your soul. Judgment creates distance, but empathy builds connection, and that is where healing begins. I judged your path without walking it. Now I respect the journey you've taken. I made a mistake in judging you. Now I see you as a masterpiece, not a mistake. I judged you before knowing your heart's pain. And that was my greatest blindness. Mistakes are part of growth, and mine was judging you without knowing your whole story. I judged you in haste, forgetting that every soul fights its own battles in silence. My judgment was a wall built from fear. Now I seek to build bridges of understanding. I made a mistake when I judged you, but now I choose compassion over conclusions. Behind the surface I judged was a strength and tenderness I never gave you credit for. Judging you was easy. Embracing your truth required courage I didn't have at first. I judged your mistakes without seeing the courage it took to face them every day. The moment I stopped judging you was when I started seeing the human behind the mistakes. I judged you through my own pain, not realizing your story held the keys to healing. Shadow cast by ignorance, now I choose to walk in the light of empathy. I judged you as broken, but your true power lies in how you keep moving forward. I was wrong to judge you. Sometimes love means listening without assumptions. My judgment was quick, but your resilience insistent. I judged you for your silence, not knowing it was your way of protecting your soul. I made a mistake when I judged you, but every mistake is a chance to grow wiser. Judging you was the easiest choice. Understanding you was the bravest one I had to make. I made a mistake when I judged you. I forgot that everyone deserves patience and grace. I judged you by what I saw, but you are so much more than what meets the eye. I judged too soon. Forgetting that love requires understanding, not assumptions. The mistake was mine, thinking I could judge a story I never fully heard. I judged you when I should have asked questions and listened with an open heart. Judging you was my weakness. Learn your story became my strength. I judged your quiet as distance, but now I see it was a shield built from pain. I made a mistake when I judged you, and now I carry the lesson of empathy with me. My judgment was a mask, hiding my own insecurities more than your reality. I judged you through a lens of fear. Now I see through a lens of love. I made a mistake when I judged you, but every mistake is a step toward understanding. I judged the surface, missing the depths of your courage and resilience. Judgment creates distance. Empathy invites connection. I choose the latter. I judged you too harshly, but now I know the strength it took to survive your battles. I made a mistake when I judged you, but that mistake opened my eyes to your true self. My judgment was blind to the kindness that lives within you. I judged your silence, not knowing it was the loudest cry for understanding. I made a mistake when I judged you, but I choose now to see your story through grace. I judged you by your struggles, not your strength. And that was my greatest fault. I judged you with words, but your heart speaks in ways I'm only now learning to hear. I made a mistake when I judged you, but forgiveness lets me see you with new eyes. I judged your journey without walking in your shoes. Now I walk beside you with respect. My mistake was thinking. Judgment was truth. Now I understand love is the real truth. I judged you too quickly, missing the moments where you showed incredible bravery. To listen better. Judgment is the easy path. Compassion is the road that leads to true understanding. I judged you by your struggles, but you are a warrior, stronger than I ever realized. I made a mistake when I judged you, but now I carry your story in my heart with honor. My judgment was a mirror of my own fears. Your strength has since changed my reflection. I judged you before knowing your dreams, your hopes, and your unspoken fears. I judged you from a place of ignorance. Now I grace you with understanding and respect. I judged your silence, but now I hear the beautiful language of your heart. I made a mistake when I judged you, but love has shown me a new way to see. My judgment was a cloud. Your story is the sun breaking through the storm. I judged you too soon. Now I choose patience, kindness, and open ears. I made a mistake when I judged you, but every step forward is a lesson in love.